No, he had a chance to apologize to me then because he knew exactly what he did to me then, and that picture was out there. So he had a chance to apologize to me. So I wasn't holding my breath. I'd have been long dead by then, you know. So the apology, sure, I accept it. Yes, I mean, people make mistakes, and of course he knew he made a mistake. So yes, I do accept that apology. The ethics investigation, if that's what Mitch McConnell wants to do, that's on them. I'm not calling for that. If that's what he wants to do, okay, that's up to them. I'm not demanding that. I'm not demanding any of that. I just don't want this. To me, it's more about. You know, this is happening in Hollywood. I think we live in a bubble. I live in a bubble. I've worked in the entertainment business, sports, radio, television, commercials, movies for over 20 years. And I think because all of this is happening here, I mean, this has, you know, I mean, with Al now in the Senate, so this is kind of Hollywood and kind of politics, but it's sort of the same sort of stage, you know, it's just sort of parallel. But this is happening in middle America. This is happening, you know, for women that work at Chili's. This is happening for women who work in an office building somewhere in Iowa and Kansas and Florida. I mean, this is happening to women who have you know, no power and no say to speak up. You know what I mean? And this is, I think the tide is turning, and you know, what about all the women who don't have microphones and have a voice and can say something, and then it's everywhere on the news? You know, what about the women who get assaulted every day and are afraid to speak out? I mean, look, I was afraid to speak out 11 years ago. I wanted to say something, and there were people around me who said, oh my God, you will get annihilated and you will never work in this town again. And I was afraid of that. I really was afraid of that. You know, I was working at the Best Damn Sports Show. I was working at Fox Sports. I mean, I had a good career, and I thought, you know what, if I come out and speak out then, I probably would get fired or would just get phased out. And I was afraid of that. You know, and I'm not afraid of that anymore. I mean, could it still happen? Sure, possibly, but you know, I'm a lot more secure and you know, myself, my career at this age now, and I really do think the tide has turned. And really, I'm doing it now because it's different. There's strength in numbers. Congresswoman Jackie Speer has come out, and she's talking about it now. And when she said she had that experience when she was in her 20s as a congressional aide and came out and said her chief of staff stopped her in an office and grabbed her face and kissed her and stuck his tongue in her mouth. And we had her on our air, and she said that to us while we were interviewing her on McIntyre in the Morning, the show that I'm the news anchor on. And I said, I looked at Doug and I went, was that Al Franken? I kind of mouthed, I'm like, that was Al Franken to me. And I said, I think that was my catalyst to sort of go, you know, if I'm going to tell my story, now is the time. 2017 is not 2006. You know, it's just a different time. And maybe I can be somebody's Jackie Speer, and they can tell their story in real time and not wait. And not wait. I mean, why do you think so many people are coming out now that have stories that are decades old?
You think he should step down?
You know, people make mistakes. I mean, I'm not calling for him to step down. You know, that's not my place to say that. You know, I mean, if there are other people that come out and say he's done this, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I'm the only one that's come out and said Senator Franken's done something to me, but if there are other women that have come out, you know, I haven't returned a phone call. I've gotten a phone call from a woman that has, I've only gotten a message and that said that something similar has happened to her, and I haven't returned it yet. So that's to be determined, but you know, I don't know. That's not my call. I don't know, but I don't, you know, I'm not saying that.
You know, Leann's been here since 3:30 this morning.